Promise to pay. There must be a promise to or undertaking to pay. A mere acknowledgement of debt without a clear promise to pay is not promissory note. Unconditional promise. It must contain unconditional promise to pay. The promise must not depend upon the happening of uncertain events. If it contains a conditional promise, it is not a valid promissory note. Signed by maker. The maker must sign the promissory note. The signature may be on any part of the instrument or not necessarily at the bottom. When the maker is illiterate, his thumb mark is sufficient. Certain maker. The instrument must indicate who is liable to pay. When there are more than one maker, they may be liable jointly or individually, but alternative promisors are not allowed. Certain payee. The payee of a promissory note must be a certain person. The payee's name can be indicated by official designation. It may be made payable to two or more payees jointly. It can be made payable in the alternative to one of the two or some of the several payees. Certain sum. It is necessary that the sum of money payable must be certain. If the amount to be paid is uncertain, the instrument will not be valid promissory note. Pakistani currency. A promissory note containing a promise to pay a certain amount in foreign currency is not valid promissory note. For a valid note, it must contain a promise to pay a certain amount in Pakistan currency. Other formalities. The other formalities are such as the place must be mentioned where it is made, the date must be mentioned on which it is made, the promise to pay must be for a lawful consideration, it must be properly stamped under the Stamp Act, it is necessary to cancel all the stamps affixed on the note. What are the important notes? Well, there are important notes regarding the promissory note which play a very vital and essential role. A note payable only to a particular person is valid even though it restricts its transferability. A promissory note cannot be drawn payable to bearer because State Bank of Pakistan prohibits the issue of such promissory note. It can be drawn payable to order. On endorsement in bank, it becomes payable to bearer on demand subsequently. A banknote or a currency note is not a pro note. Bill of exchange. A bill of exchange is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker, directing a certain person to pay on demand or at a fixed determinable future time a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. The person who makes the bill of exchange is called a drawer. A person who is directed to pay is called drawee. A person who accepts the bill of exchange is called an acceptor. A person to will receive the person who will receive the money is called a payee. The drawer of payee in case of endorsement is called the holder. The holder must present the bill to the drawee for his acceptance. If the bill is drawn, pay to me or my order, the drawer also becomes the payee. A drawee must also become the payee when the bill is subsequently endorsed in favor of the drawee. Similarly, when one draws a bill upon him, the holder may treat it as a bill of note. Essentials. There are essentials for a bill of exchange, such as it should be in writing. A bill of exchange must be in writing.